want you to know that. Okay, welcome once again. I want you to know that every day with RoyuQ is a new discovery. And this is what makes this amazing robot an amazing opportunity. It gives you an opportunity to discover something new every day. And the more you discover something new, the better you enhance in your trading with the bot, and the more you take much advantage of this bot and the opportunity that it provides. Now, if you are joining us for the first time, we are discussing about RoyuQ. And RoyuQ is all about using a bot to trade cryptocurrency. We are using this amazing robot called RoyuQ. Now, when we use this robot, we bind this robot. I think there is how I can divide this phone into two. Okay, let me try to see if I can, I don't know. Yes, how I can divide this phone into two so it can be showing. Okay, so that this robot we're talking about, we use this amazing robot to trade cryptocurrency, such as in Binance platform. This is a Binance platform, or a Huobi platform, or a Coinbase Pro platform. Okay, so this amazing robot helps us to take advantage of this market. Okay, so the robot itself is not the cryptocurrency. The robot itself is the tools. It's just like a strategy, or in those days where we use analysis to trade, it's just like an analysis you use to analyze a coin before doing the trading. So this is what this robot is serving for. Now, for instance, if you look at this particular coin, Bitcoin, we are looking at, let's look at every candlestick here is 3 days. Okay, every candlestick you are seeing in this place is 3 days. Now, when you use this amazing robot to trade this coin, I want to explain something very clear tonight so that everyone can actually understand why we use this RoyuQ and why it is much or very much important to use RoyuQ to trade cryptocurrency in this new era. And I believe it is because of so many things people don't understand about this trading bot is the reason why some are still complaining, why some feel afraid to use this amazing robot. Okay, now let me make this very clear. For anyone who has not signed up an active robot, for anyone who is not yet trading with this robot, or for people who is still afraid to tell their friends about using this an amazing robot, let me shock you now. Did you see the price of Bitcoin? If you look at this place, you could see that Bitcoin was 69,000. Now, Bitcoin went down from 69,000 all the way to 38,000. Okay. Now, what does this RoyuQ helps you to do? Imagine somebody who bought this Bitcoin at 69,000. Guess what is going to be happening to his account? His account has reduced down to 38K. Okay. Now, that is the person who bought it, like buying it in Binance here to hold. Now, guess what is happening? If you looked at this market all the way down, there is a movement in this market all the way down. And the guy who bought it at 69K, holding it, hoping that Bitcoin will hit $100,000, is not actually making any single profit. But look at this guy who is using RoyuQ robot to purchase this same Bitcoin. Let's assuming with the same 69,000, he is trading just only Bitcoin. Now look at what has happened to this guy. Why this market is moving all the way from here down to this point. The guy who is using RoyuQ would have been making maximum profit out of his 69K. Even though that the Bitcoin get down to 38%, 38K, it did not affect this young man who is using RoyuQ to trade. Because while the market is dipping, the young man who is using RoyuQ will be busy making profit all the way down. So this is why we are preaching about this robot. And I want you to understand, trading this RoyuQ, there are methods of trading. There are those who do daily trading, which is known as one shot. Now, there are methods that I prefer to use, or which I advise my followers to normally use, is conservative trading, which is a long-term trading, not a short-term, but a long-term trading. And why do I trade this long-term trading? This is what I want to explain to you tonight. Okay, now you look at this coin from 69,000. Let's assume the person who used RoyalQ make his first order from this coin with $50 at 69,000. Okay, now right now, what is going to happen while the market is dipping? I want you to let me show you some few things that you have to observe. Whenever you see the market dip like this, like what happened here, move from this place to this point, I want you to know that this particular market recovered 50% instantly. It fall from here, it fall from here down to this point, then recover from this point back to this point. So there is a 50% recovery within this zone. Okay, 50% recovery here. Okay, now if you look at the candlestick, you can understand what I'm saying. Now imagine somebody who invested just once at 69,000. Even at this point, he's not making any single profit at this particular place. He's not making any single profit here. But the guy who used RoyalQ on this particular day, I want you to know this is 3 days candlestick. On this particular day has made a lot of profit. Okay, let me use 1 day candlestick and see if it can show me clearly. Okay. Okay, let's use 3 days. Okay. For the purpose of what I want to teach you. Now, you could notice something. This guy is making good profit. The guy using RoyalQ. So it means if it takes this candlestick from here to here, if it takes it to happen in 2 days, it means this guy will be on a serious profit for 2 days. Serious profit for 2 days. This is one thing that is very, very amazing about this RoyalQ. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now imagine this profit alone. Now look at another candlestick. Look at another candlestick. Do you look at this one? Meaning that this guy also accumulates profit, enough profit from here. This guy accumulates profit from this green candle, accumulate profit from this green candle, accumulate profit from here down to here. Okay, here to here, profit, here to here, profit. Okay, here to here, profit. And I want you to know that when even this red one was falling, that sometimes it will move up. If most of you that has been looking at candlestick, we know what I'm saying. It will move up, then it will go down again, it will move up again. So during those movements, all those movements, the guy with RoyalQ is constantly accumulating profit. Now imagine the guy is trading just one coin, which is Bitcoin, with 69,000K, using first buy amount of $1,000. Then the rest 68,000, he used it to set the dip for that one particular coin, Bitcoin. Imagine how much that person will be turning that particular coin. Now, this is profit, a good bull run here, because this is 3 days candlestick. Okay, this is a good profit here because this 3 days. Now look at what has been happening for the last 9 days. For the past 9 days, this is 3 days candlestick. So each candlestick here represents 3 days. So for the past 9 days, this Bitcoin has been on a bull run from 32 to 38. So this guy would have been making a lot of profit every blessed day. Now, I want you to check. He made profit here, he made profit here, 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 made profit here. Even in this candle, we make profit because of the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. Now, in these 12 times, I want you to know that possibly his robot, most times in one day, can run up to 100 times. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, before that day is over. Now, you imagine the kind of profit this guy is making. It was the same 69K that this person used to buy this coin, and he is still waiting. Even up till now, he is still waiting. It is the same 69K that this guy is using this ROUQ to buy just one coin, Bitcoin. Using that 69K, maybe he set his first buy amount. Okay, let's assume he set his first buy amount as 60K. Let's assume he set his first buy amount as 60K, as 6K, 6,000. Or then because of the bull run, or okay, let's assume just 1,000. Yes, he set his first buy amount 1,000, and he buy all the way 1,000 down to, let's say, 200% deep. He set it 200% deep, all the way 1,000. Or because of my money management system, as he do money management, which means on the first call to fourth call, he may put in like 300, not to invest more for. Now, why this bull run is happening, what could he do? He could go and change his first buy amount from $1,000 to $6,000. Meaning every market is buying in the deep, buying and selling in the deep, is buying it with more money. Okay, he's buying it with good more money, 5,000, 4,000, okay, to buy those markets in the deep. So for the 9 days, he's using $6,000 first buy amount. He would have accumulated more than $10,000 or close to that $10,000, because each of his buying is $6,000, $5,000. Okay, since these 3 days, just trading only Bitcoin alone in the deep, right in the deep, he would have been accumulating large sum. So by the time Bitcoin will move from this 38,000 back to 69,000, this guy using 69K to trade one Bitcoin, and the guy who used 69K to hold one Bitcoin, the guy trading would have made $100,000 or above. Did you see that? And if Bitcoin still rise from 69 to 100,000, he would actually acquire more profit. So he is making much, much more money than the guy who bought one Bitcoin to hold. Now, I want you to see it in this way. Even though we are looking at one Bitcoin, okay, if this guy buy two Bitcoin at 69,000, imagine the same guy using ROUQ buy the same one Bitcoin, which is because of the leverage of ROUQ, he can now start even his first buy amount with 5,000 and buy 5,000 all the way down the deep. Did you see? So he is still in a much better advantage in all round. Trading Bitcoin with that same amount of money with the person that bought Bitcoin at one spot used to buy and keep and hold. This guy who is using that same particular amount to trade, I didn't say trade 10 coin, one coin, the same Bitcoin, we accumulate even much more profit than the guy who buy to hold to wait for it to rise. This is the beauty of this robot. Now, if you look at this place, you could see we are talking about 3 days candlestick. Let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. $28, right? Now, 28 times 3. This is 84 days trade. This trade has been happening for the past 84 days. For the past 84 days. From here to here, for the past 84 days. 84 days. So if you check it, this is about how many months? Sorry. That is 2 months, 8 days. Okay. Now you could imagine for the past 2 months, the guy who bought Bitcoin at 69,000 has not made any profit. The guy who bought Bitcoin at 69,000 had not made any profit for the past 2 months. I believe you are following me. Now, the guy who still used the same amount to use ROUQ had been on profit, even though Bitcoin had been falling. He had been on a very, very good profit, even though the price of Bitcoin was reducing. Now, how can somebody now open the same robot using $200 to trade, or let's say $300 to trade? And the market has dipped like this. Let's assume you didn't make profit for the past 2 days, or 1 week, or the past 10 days. Did you know why you should not be worried? The market will reverse. But mind you, Bitcoin may still dump, okay? Bitcoin may still dump, okay? It just corrected. But no matter whatever is happening, what is the main thing I want to teach you here? This amazing robot provides you with a much opportunity to trade cryptocurrency than any other thing you can compare. Now, mind you that the guy who is trading one shot cannot make maximum profit as the guy who trade this same particular market on cycle down to this point. They are not the same. The profit of the guy who trades cycle will be far much more bigger than the guy who trade one shot. Why? The guy who trade on cycle has to exercise what we call patience, because for the past 2 months, the market has been down and he has been investing and reinvesting his money in the market. The guy who is trading one shot may have taken a peanut out of the market, peanut out of this market for this 84 days, and the money is with him. But by the time this market will come out from here back to this point, this guy who followed this cycle down here would have accumulated much more profit, and it will be in his hand. Both his capital and all the profit he accumulated from every movement that happens here. This is what makes trading with this robot amazing. The only 2 things that this bot requires is capital, patience, then you profit. Capital, patient, then you profit. There was a beautiful chart I saw in our Boss Dennis group where they show a beautiful chart of days. You look at the market going down. Years, you could notice that the market has made an uptrend. Decade, you could see that the market has skyrocketed. Now, if you have that right mindset trading, you know, because of this same kind of mindset of Ponzi schemes that people had, they thought when I just get to ROUQ immediately, I put my money immediately, before 2 days, I become a millionaire. No, it is not done that way. That's why each of every one of us must join on Tuesday call with our leader Pascal on team building. It is team building that can make that kind of money for you within 3 months when you get involved in building a team. But apart from team building, if you want to trade, which is the reason why most people or everyone who joined ROUQ is to use the app to trade, you must understand how the trade works. If you don't understand how the trade works, you make yourself become unnecessarily frustrated. You become unnecessary, you know, panicking. You'll be panicking for no reason. And the reason why you're panicking is because you don't understand how the market is working. Okay, now imagine the guy. Let's look at it now this way. The guy who bought Bitcoin at 69,000 in his wallet right now, and he bought 1 Bitcoin right now for the past 2 months, 8 days. How much do you think that guy will be seeing in his account? This is what he will be seeing in his account as of right now, 84,400. Is it not what's going to happen into the guy's account? So if this is what this guy is going to be seeing right now in his account because of the declination of this price of the coin, or when Bitcoin is at 32,000, because this is what he's going to be seeing in his account, what do you think is this guy floating loss? You know, when you understand this, that's why we have to come to a point whereby we don't consider the floating loss again. No, if you don't understand this game, you will keep considering the floating loss. Okay, look at this guy who bought it at 69 and the coin hit down to 32,000. What do you think is his floating loss? His floating loss should be 37,000 floating loss of this guy that bought at 69,000, the market fall at 32,000. His floating loss should be 37,000. Okay, right now, what do you think that has happened from that 37,000? The floating loss has reduced from 37,000. It has now reduced back to 29, right? Or 30, I think it's 30. It has reduced to 30, okay? The floating loss has reduced to 30 because Bitcoin right now is 38,000. It has moved from 37 back to 30. What will happen when it hit to 40? The floating loss keep reducing. What will happen when it hit to 50? It keep reducing. And look at the beauty part of it. As this floating loss is reducing, he is accumulating profit. Because what is actually reducing is the coin he bought all the way down is now returning back his profit. As he's returning back his profit, his capital is returning back, including the profit he's taking as that market close. If he's taking 2.5, the capital is returning with 2.5. That's why I'm telling you, imagine the person is buying 6,000 in the dip here. And let's assume at this place now is at 34th call. He's at 34th call this place, or 38th call at this place. Guess what's going to happen? $5,000 that the person is going to be using to buy here. With the money management, he will be using, like, let's say $5,000 every close of the market. Do you know how many percent he's going to be taking? He's going to be taking between 3.6% of that 5,000. So if he's bought close 30 times a day, he's taking 3.6% of that 5,000 into 30 times. And the next day, if the bot run 50 times, he's going to take that kind of amount up to 50 times. The next day, look at what happened for the 9 days, you see? So as the bot has been performing, this guy will be making a lot of money. The floating loss will be reducing. The capital will be returning back to the account, reinvest again, return back again, bringing in profit, while the guy with 69,000, his portfolio is still 38,000. But this guy who is now using RoyuQ, his portfolio may now be about 130,000 because he engaged trading with this robot. But it takes 2 months patience, 2 months, 8 days patience to have that kind of result. And it also takes 69,000 K capital to produce such results. If you really understand this, you will love using RoyuQ. When your bot stopped trading because you didn't have money again in your Binance, what do? Relax. You notice your bot is not trading? Go check here. Do you still have money? Sometimes people say, but I have money in my Binance. The bot is not trading. What do you do to confirm you have money? Come here, click this place. Refresh this button. The moment you refresh this button, it will show you the real amount of money you have. If there is still money here in your Binance, what will happen? Your bot will continue to perform. Now, what else do you need to know? Most of us, when money finish in our bot, we find out that later we see money in the account. We see some money in the account because the bot has made some sales and has returned some profit. What do we need to do? Open your margin call. Most of us don't know how to do this, and it is still a big problem. You will see some people, they say they have money in their account, the bot is not trading. First thing you need to check is this. Is it open? If it is closed like this, then what do? Open it. Open it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Open it. Okay, open it. And the moment you open it, what happened? Your bot start performing again. Your bot start performing again. That's what happened. Your bot start performing again. Okay. Now, for instance, some people say sometimes they will put their bot on pause. Are you still here? If you can hear me, tell me you can. Please, if you are understanding what I'm saying, please can you just go ahead and write to me? I understand what you are saying. Please, everyone, use the chat box. If you understand what I am saying, please go ahead to let me know you are understanding. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. So once you open it, your bot starts working. I have seen what I wanted to show you. Now, did you see this thing here? When the Royal Q intelligent robot is operating, please do not operate the currency account by yourself. Do not go to your bot, to your Binance wallet and start operating the currency yourself. That's what it's saying to you. Okay? Do not operate it yourself. And check whether there is a fixed deposit, freezing, and other related settings. So to avoid abnormal judgment caused by the system and affect your right and interest. If there is any abnormality in this system, they will charge you for penalty. That's why most of you, sometimes you see the bot all of a sudden close. Now, how do you check your transaction in any coin? How do you check your transaction in any coin? Go here. You see transaction record. If your bot, anytime you put pause, when you return back, you will find out that the bot is already off. It will ask you to start it again. Click here to see what the problem is. Okay? Click here to see what the problem is. Okay? Click here to know what the problem is. Now let's click on it so you can see for yourself. You see? Did you see the information? It shows me about this. It gives you information. So whatever the problem is, if it is to bind, if your bot needs to be bind, it will give you the information here on this log. Once you click on log, it gives you the information. You go to transaction, you see the transaction, how much you sell, how many percentage you sell in the deep, what the market you sold, this particular market, how many times you sold. Okay. So guys, I think you understand what I have said now. Okay, thank you so much for that clear explanation. And I want to, okay, let's close the record.